subscribe.
Is that a band or a song?
That's a man.
We interrupt this program to bring you
Static Age for life.
We is back. I think this is 9. I want to say this is 9.
9. Okay.
I hope it's 9.
I thought it was 30.
Well, anyways, we're going back to the question thing. A lot of topics have been thrown around at us, but I decided to go with this one because we've hinted at it before at a few ones, but I now want to actually get into it. All right, the rock and roll being dead.
According to Maroon 5.
Go for it, man. Let it out.
According to Maroon 5
That's what this is for.
And that Levine guy, rock and roll's not in a good place right now. I
think
he listens to mainstream.
That's what I was gonna get to.
K-Rock and all that bullshit. I think that's his, like, he's exposed to that bullshit.
Yeah.
But in reality, like, most of the underground shit right now, not really underground, but unknown music right now, it's fucking
well, we
top
considered
notch.
underground back in our day.
It's
back in
top
our younger
notch.
days.
What's this guy talking about?
Mainstream rock is completely fucking
that's.
dead.
I mean, if Imagine Dragons is your cup of joe,
if that's rock,
that's rock to you, then you have no fucking say.
Like sometimes I'll listen to the radio station a little bit, K-Rock, which is our local station here, and then they'll be like, yeah, we got Imagine Dragons, Maroon 5 coming up, and then the Throwback Hour.
Then all of a sudden people they just pick up like
yeah.
Like, all right, we gotta finish. We gotta go through these five bands.
I bet you that Throwback Hour is like their biggest, like
probably, man, because it's like they took the distortion out of the guitar. And I don't know what's going on. I think, like you said, and that's pretty much the conclusion I came to, is that mainstream rock is completely fucking dead.
They'll have that anthem-y kind of like.
It's like what, but like I wouldn't even be able to name you a mainstream rock band.
I can only think of Imagine Dragons.
The closest thing from the stuff that we listen to that's close to that is Ghost, because they get radio airplay.
Okay, yeah.
And Ghost is top notch.
And Ghost is up there.
Ghost is a great band, yeah. I mean, you can call us posers or whatever you want, but Ghost is good.
They're a great fucking band.
If you like Blue Oyster Cult and Black Sabbath, then you're gonna like Ghost.
What's wrong with this band?
I mean, I've seen them 3 times.
And the gimmick, I love the gimmicks.
It works.
I love the gimmicks.
It works.
Slipknot, but they've been gone for a while, but they're coming back too. But that's another close.
Dude, do you know the excitement that people?
Yeah.
When they released that song last year, it fucking blew up.
People want it back.
People
man.
want it. It's
right now. It's like the perfect time for like metal and every subgenre. Punk and every subgenre to just completely take over because there is no hard rock. I mean, even a hard rock, like our closest thing to hard rock mainstream is that Greta Van Fleet band, but they're just getting trounced. Like, and I feel bad for them because I feel like they're not even gonna try to get better. No, because everybody's just killing them.
They were just their bullshit kind of cover rock band thing they were just given an award for essentially being a cover band.
Yeah.
So I mean that's
just like the real Led Zeppelin.
Yeah. Jesus.
Sorry.
That's validating the bullshit that they fucking spew. So they're gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, and then it's like we were saying in a podcast before, or maybe a video reaction before, where we're like, our favorite bands are still out there doing it, but man, they're up there in age, and we're there was always supposed to be this next generation that came up,
and never came up,
and it never happened. Yeah, we're just sitting here like waiting, like, you know. I think Rancid announced a whole tour that's coming out. It's like all the bands that we like. Rancid, Pennywise, Suicidal Tendencies. You know, and it's like, yes,
don't you dare badmouth Suicide.
No, I'm not badmouthing them at all. I'm just saying.
It's just
no. I'm talking to the people.
Oh, okay, but it's like, where is the new blood, man?
The new blood never came up.
Yeah.
It just kind of became
like, you have to dig, especially in punk rock. You have to dig now to find like a band that's
good,
like skate punk or like a street punk.
We're kind of contradicting ourselves a little bit here, but with saying they're not, coming up. I mean, they're out there, but they're just not getting exposed as
even on an underground level.
Yeah, you have to look for these fucking guys. I mean,
backyard gigs in East LA. Let's go. It's been a long time, but I'm sure we'll get.
I'm sure we're gonna get another.
I'm on the internet, guys. I mean,
we're gonna get a resurgence like when nu metal died to Lamb of God, Devil Driver, and that new wave of heavy metal.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's gonna be a new resurgency. It always happens. Metal always evolves. So
like Lamb of God got big. Mm-hmm. God forbid got big. Who else in that? And then, but they also got mixed in there with like. Disturbed and Salivas and the new metal, which is like
they snuck in there.
I wish we had that still on the radio because at least it's something. It's aggressive at least.
Disturbed kind of snuck in there with that.
Yeah, I mean, but Disturbed, call it what you want.
The singer Disturbed, like he does have a good voice.
Okay, call it what you want. They got a following.
they're not a bad band.
They're not a bad band whatsoever.
At all.
It's
They
definitely
make good
not our
albums.
cup of tea.
Their newest album kind of sucks, but
I mean,
to
okay.
each his own, I guess.
Yeah,
but,
that's true.
But they're not a bad band. But getting off topic, but
Going a
yeah,
little
I don't
Let's
think
see.
it's in a bad place. I think it's
It's in a hibernation.
it's hibernating right now.
Yeah. Like, and it's also the landscape is different, especially with the internet, social media, and all that stuff. Like, when we were coming up, it was the flyer show. It was the gig, the local gig. Who's playing at the Doll Hut? Who's playing at the Chain Reaction? Who's playing at the Hub? Who's playing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At somebody's backyard. And then all of a sudden, who's a good, from over here?
Avenged Sevenfold, remember? When
Avenged Sevenfold,
they
Throwdown, that whole little school, that was all here.
Yeah, Orange County.
Yeah.
Some great bands came out of that.
Treyu came out of there.
In 2000, Lit fucking blew up.
Yeah, and then further from that,
Fullerton.
No Doubt, and the old school lineage in SoCal. So it's like, we can go find it, I guess, but it's usually like just kind of the same stuff we've already seen.
Yeah.
So I'm almost waiting for like I love the sound, but I always want to see like a new version of that sound, I think is what we're trying to say.
I mean, East Coast right now has a good hardcore band.
Very good hardcore scene.
So, and it's underground still, which is, you keep that close to the chest.
They got that Black and Blue Fest over there. So
I mean, good for them, dude, but
over here, yeah.
other than that, who the fuck is Adam Levine to dictate?
Yeah, let's go back to the original.
Oh, okay.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, because Adam Levine, he seems like that guy who should have got the shit beat out of him all the time growing up, but no one ever did it.
He hid behind the gears.
If it was Ozzy,
Oh yeah, I would mean more definitely.
if it was Ozzy or fucking,
Then officially you would be dead.
Bruce
If
Dickinson,
Ozzy said it, officially would have been dead.
that or Bruce or James Hetfield. If it was them, I'd be like, okay, there might be. You have Gene Simmons coming out, it's kind of saying the same thing a few years ago.
No, I'm Gene Simmons. Whatever I say,
You
is
try
gold.
to buy the fucking Devil Horns, dude. That's all you got to know about Gene Simmons. Let's get into this part then. The part that pissed me off about this whole topic that I see on the internet. It pissed me off. I can see where they're coming from with it, but it just makes me mad that it has any kind of little bit of truth to it, I guess. So that the way that trap hip hop or that SoundCloud rap or that is kind of like the new punk. To me, I just see them steal the style, the tattoos, the hair color, the spikes, and that whole. And then they took that from punk, and then the music, the lyrics, and all that. A lot of it is like emo shit. So, I think it's because they're coming up on their own, right?
I'll give them that. They have their own. It's its own thing.
It's their own thing, yeah.
Up to that point, but with creativity and I can't even shit on that because, damn, dude, it's rough.
It's a rough listen. It's a rough listen. You're not tripping. It's a rough listen.
Because even Tekashi 6ix9ine, he has some bangers, dude. Like
I listen to his shit to piss off my girlfriend.
he
She
has
fucking
some
hates him
bangers,
so
man.
bad, and I'm over here like, let me get inside.
Yeah, I'm like,
just to piss off people, dude. But it's just like I only listen to like that first minute, and then I'm like, okay, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah. I can't sit there and listen to the whole album, but he has one or two songs that's just like, oh, okay, that's.
I've said before, the music-wise, hip-hop has never been better. The music, I love. I'm like, if I could just give me all those CDs, of all those artists, just instrumentals, I'd be fine.
Dude,
but like when they get on some of this, like, oh man, this guy just ruined his own fucking song. Little this guy, and
Little Necklace,
Little Coffee, Little
Necklace,
Little
chain.
NyQuil, whatever the fuck they're called now.
Yeah, so and then they're dying too. What the fuck, dude? Like maybe that's rock and roll, I guess, in a sense. But a lot of these guys are kids. Kids.
They're kids that are very they're willing to go above and beyond to
maybe that's what it is.
Get their name out there. Crazy shit, but I mean it's a fad that eventually fade. I mean,
so and then to bring that around to what we do around the world, it's not dead. Those festivals,
oh, not at all,
with fucking millions, but I mean altogether millions of people, but thousands of people there.
You have Download Festival. You have
what is it, a Sonic, whatever in Japan. All those festivals in Japan, all those festivals
Syria,
all over Europe, headlined by just the old school bands and the new school bands. Yeah.
Ozzy's headlining a few shows in Europe.
There you go. And you get all these bands together too, man. It's like all in one, like, and they don't even like, okay, let's put the metal people first, and we'll put in a little bit of this and put it in. I was like, no,
it's all.
You get it. All your senses get fucked with during the whole freaking thing, and that's amazing.
And that's what's sad about the state of how metal is received in the U.S. We don't get those awesome festivals like Ozfest before.
Yeah,
we used to get those cool. Even Korn had their Family Values tour.
Yeah, the Family Values tour. I went to the first one.
Dude, they've spawned some great fucking bands there, but
yeah. Remember Taste of Chaos? I remember Warped Tour's dead officially. I just found that out.
Last year, right? It was
I grew up going to the fucking Warped Tour, man.
Because like Warped Tour, it just be like they just had all the best bands, and
because you look at all
and there's nothing now.
Like you look at all the bands that we listen to now. A majority of my playlist now, I mean, it's a lot of the stuff, but it's just like whoever's in there with me, like my brothers or my girlfriend, they'll be like, "Who is this? Who's this? Oh, this sounds so good." Like she really likes band-maid now because I forced it, and she's like, "Okay, they're awesome." Like when she saw the live clips from when we went, she's like, "Yeah, I'm going with you guys next time for sure." And I was like, "Dude, you know what I mean?" Like, and that's a personal one-on-one. Like, I mean, we hear from people all the time, like, "Oh, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have been listening to." You name them. There's
a Danish band that I really love called Mew.
Or react to them. Or watch them.
Yeah. Okay. So
that's my camera.
I think it was last night or like the Jimmy Kimmel band started playing one of their songs. I fucking freaked. I'm like, oh fuck, that's Mew.
Now, if this was Roger 10 years ago, you flip the table over.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What the fuck?
Goddamn sons of bitches!
Dude, I got so happy. I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking Mew. They're playing Mew. They know about Mew.
Yeah. So in Japan, it's not dead. You have all these great bands that we just discovered. Even their old schooler bands, like what is it, Tokyo Ska Paradise? They've been around for a long time.
It's still cute.
And now, and we're acting like our when we had the old channel was up to like in the 40,000 views or something like that. For Pride of Lions, which is still one of my favorite songs of all time.
Yeah, good shit.
The Maximum and the Hormones, the views went insane. They've been around for a long time too. Band-maid is relatively new. I think they're 5-6 year mark now, and they're just getting bigger and bigger, dude. And that's because of YouTube and.
What do you think it is that the new generation can't seem to
hear?
And yeah, they can.
I think we are too trapped in what do you say?
The financial
genres.
Okay.
That's a whole different monster.
Yeah.
But I think the reason why it's not spreading out like the way when we were tape trading and CDs and mixing and that stuff, everybody gets too trapped in genres like, oh, that's a thrash band. I can't listen to that. I'm only into death metal.
Okay.
I'm only into punk. I can't listen to ska. I'm only into punk. I don't listen to metal. I'm only into metal. I don't listen to punk.
So that's
too hard rock. That's too. You know
fandom is kind of
like we keep going back to Japan because the second biggest music scene, right? You go to there and every genre is fucking celebrated. Like there's so like if you go to like when I see Tapes of Tokyo, everybody's dressed in a certain way, but everybody's intermingling. And here it's like it's a little bit of that, but somewhere in like the 2000s it was like fuck emo, fuck punk, fuck metal, fuck hip hop, fuck this kind of hip hop, fuck that kind. It's just like it's too segregated.
Yeah, there's sections that kind of wow. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the fans they just planted a flag. They're like, "This is mine."
Yeah, exactly. And they're dying with it.
They're dying on that mountain.
And so, like, punk started dying a little bit. So there goes that fan base. Metal started dying a little bit. I'll still see kids out there, but not in the way I used to see.
Dude. Like back in high school, we're like almost the majority.
Yeah, there's like everywhere. I used to walk around everywhere and I see somebody with the patch and be like, "Hey, yeah, I love whoever."
It was almost hip back in the day to be a fucking metalhead.
And now it's almost like that's not hip anymore. That's a poser shit. And it's like, oh god,
I have to prove just because I'm wearing a fucking. It's tricky now when you wear like a Misfit shirt or your fandom gets questioned. You're like
all the time. I was like, dude, do I look like I'm around your age? You motherfucker!
I'm decrepit. I'm fucking dying.
These guys were around before even I was born. Like, they're my first generation legends.
I grew up with these guys.
Yeah, like it's I don't know, man. I think that is killing it for us here that we're too trapped in that.
Yeah.
Like if K-Rock was really K-Rock, just play everything, including international bands. Is what we're like crying for our radio stations here to do.
But the corporations don't allow it.
They don't speak English. Can't play it.
Nope, can't do it.
It's ridiculous. Like you don't mean to tell me like if you played Dice on the radio, right now from band-maid that people will go, holy shit, like I don't know what they're saying, but the fucking the sound, the chorus, holy shit, who is this? Play it again, please.
Gene Simmons, in the 90s, I think he commented on X Japan. He's like, they're fucking great and everything, but if they were born in the U.S., they'd be the biggest. They'd be the
biggest band here.
But since they're Japanese, you know, the American crowd is not. They don't get it.
It's complete. I mean, I'm glad to say that you know we got turned around to that. I mean, we've always listened to bands from Japan, Balzac, X Japan, but like to go further than that.
Yeah, it opened up a whole new fucking window.
Yeah, especially in women. That's always been our thing. It's like we've been waiting forever for women to like, you know, and of course they've always been there, but it's never been put in front of our face like this. And once they finally did, we're like,
yeah, women took the fucking mantle.
Yep, they're like, oh, you don't need these balls anymore? Give me those.
I'm taking these.
I need them.
Yeah, well, Dan don't need them.
Give them back.
So yeah, it's great on that part. Like, it's like, fine, we don't want to rock here? Guess what? I'm going to go watch other countries. I'm going to go watch Mexican bands. I'm going to go watch South American bands, European bands, Korean bands, Japanese bands, whatever.
And there's the shit that keeps it alive, I think. Reactions and...
Definitely.
Exposure to this band, exposure to that band, you know? You're exposing a whole, you know, audience to that, but then at the same time, you know, you get stricken down.
Yeah. That's another thing, is like, and then going back to that, the corporation side of it. That always fucking fucks with everything. Yeah. You know, it's like somebody said on our last post that we did, the community post, he said, like, you guys are pretty much doing the old school thing of tape trading and all that. And I was like, God damn.
It's like, fucking someone gets it.
Like, they got it, man.
Yeah, it's that's what it is, man. Because there's so many people, every age level I've seen in the comments, man, that were telling us, I love this because you guys are, you know,
yeah, cool. I hear about this band.
You guys are dicks, but this band is awesome. Thanks. Whatever it was, it doesn't matter as long as we get it to the ears, man, to the masses.
Yeah, man.
Through this little, like, you know, this little community that's building in YouTube, where like they're trying to strike down, but we're finding ways to do it. And God damn it, we're gonna keep trying it, man. So, you know, that's
it's for the love of the music, man. Fuck.
Rock is never going to die completely. No. Maybe in the mainstream, but you know what? Fuck it. Maybe they don't need the mainstream.
And that's what makes us love it more.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep it underground. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, fuck it. We'll find a way to find the music.
It's more personal that way.
Yep. And like, let's just say is like, let's say it's Adam Levine rock.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Adam Levine rock.
So Maroon rock.
Yeah. Do we really want his type of rock?
No.
That brings up
that's not even rock.
That brings up
that's
a good part of
it.
That's an interesting thing you bring up, because I was talking about that with somebody. So let's say back in the day, we loved whoever many bands, right? And then all of a sudden, if they come on the radio, we're like, what the? You would get mad almost. It's like you wanted them to be bigger, but when they got there, you're like, eh! Like, dude, perfect example. I loved AFI when they were like underground. As soon as they got mainstream, I'm like, what the fuck? And then I realized, I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, it's getting out is what I wanted people to listen to it. It's the reason you wear the shirt.
It's hard to let go, though.
That's true.
I recently heard a Misfits song on the alternative radio station. I almost crashed my car. It was an old school Danzig. Classic.
Yeah, classic Misfits.
I don't know.
They're finally
classic. I gotta stop.
I gotta pull over. Teardrop.
That was personal to me. That music was.
I mean, that's a big influence on obviously the fucking name of our channel. It's the one band that we all love.
It's so fucking personal to me, you know. It's something I hold so fucking dear.
So that being said, what if all these bands that we're all of a sudden, let's say radio decides, you know what, let's give these international bands a try, and then our favorite bands get up there, and now they're on the radio station. Now they're super famous.
Bittersweet,
right? Like
you just have to accept it. Be like, oh, thank God. Like, now these more talented bands, are getting
paid.
Yeah, like not only they're getting paid, but they're getting rid of like these not as good like stuff Adam Levine
Levine
rock.
Adam
Levine rock is just not good.
It's made for radio, for background consumption is pretty much what it is.
It's elevator music.
And if you enjoy that, you're kind of a simpleton. Like, you're kind of how boring is
your whatever those kind of people.
How boring is your life?
How about this? Do you think it's because we've gotten older that we're like, you know what? It's okay. Let these bands get exposed.
Now I listen with everything like a fine wine. You just you consume it better.
Yeah, there's no more restrictions.
No, not at all.
Like now that you're older, it's just like not like. Like, dude, we listen to Fozzy. If this was like...
Fozzy was fucking great, too. And back in the day, I'm like, fuck
what
Fozzy.
is this? Like, you know, and now I'm just like, this is pretty cool. Good job, Jericho. Like, this is pretty good. Call it dad rock. I don't give a fuck. It sounds good to me.
Shit. I don't know.
So it's like, it's less like... There's no more guilty pleasures anymore the older you get.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'm open to everything now.
Yeah, it's like, what? I like this band. Like, fuck it. Like, it's a good chorus. Did you hear the chorus?
Gives me the feels, and I'm in, dude.
Still no Nickelback, though.
I can't get into it.
I just can't do it. Yeah. Sorry.
Not even benefit of a doubt.
Chad Kroeger is a genius.
But I will go to a Nickelback concert before I go to a Maroon 5 concert. That's for
fucking
or Imagine Dragons.
I go to a Creed, Nickelback.
Evening with
instead of a Maroon 5
dinner and dancing.
Show. Yeah, exactly. That's a good one. All right. Well, there you go, guys. What do you guys think of the topic? Let us know. I know it gets heated.
All acoustic.
All acoustic Nickelback concert before I go to a fucking... Yeah. No, you're right about that. All right, let's get into this other one. I just saw Lords of Chaos.
I have not seen it.
Okay. Entertaining. In the same way that Straight Outta Compton was entertaining.
That's good.
But this, I mean, Straight Outta Compton try to get you with the you know, pulling your heartstrings towards the end, kind of try to get you those tears or whatever.
Okay.
This doesn't.
This goes. It's a nosedive. It's definitely a nosedive. Like, it starts off like almost like a teen, I'm starting my own band thing, and then it slowly like starts, you know, delving into how fucking crazy this whole era was. Like almost like. How do I say this without ruining everything?
Yeah, they're burning.
It makes fucking Varg look like a fucking total tool, like completely.
Really?
Pussy turned into a psychopath kind of thing.
Okay.
It makes Euronymous. I mean, all the accounts that I ever read about Euronymous it's pretty dead on this one. Like, he just kind of wanted notoriety to go with his. He wanted to package the band in the same way Gene Simmons did and any of the shock rockers did. The image should fit the music, and it's like, all right, that makes sense. But somewhere along the line, the reality and the whole thing with Dead, the lead singer, their first lead singer, how that suicide affected everything. Mm-hmm. Like, it builds up towards the end till you see how what a effect it had on everybody in the band, and like just it's brutal. It's the blood scenes are very fucking violent. It's very fucking violent. I'll give you that. Especially, I mean, if you don't know the story, like. It's a true story. Yeah. And what happens to Euronymous at the end is very fucking... It's brutal. That part got to me. I was like, oh, fuck. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But everything else that you kind of knew about, that one, the way they did it straight from the book, I believe. So, the only thing is that no real emphasis on the music itself, because I know they couldn't use any of the actual Mayhem music. So that kind of hindered it a little bit, but like the building to the band, like the pictures that they were taking, I mean, they kind of did that whole zine picture thing, you know what I mean? Like the same way the punks did it. Okay. They did it too. It's like to see like the beginnings of the Norwegian black metal, according to the movie. Interesting. Very entertaining the whole way. I think you'll like it. I think people want to hate it. They want to hate it because that's my band. Like, yeah. And then I was telling one of the guys I work with, I'm like, dude, like, it's a movie about a band that never made it to mainstream. Like, this is an underground band.
It's so obscure.
Right? That sounds like... That should make you want to go see it, dude. Yeah. Like, that to me, I was like, what the fuck? Mayhem's getting a movie?
The fact that we're getting this...
I know 2 Mayhem songs, but I know about their whole history. Yeah. So I'm like, I'm fucking watching this. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm not true Norwegian black metal to the core. I like a few bands, but, like, I gotta see this. And all the people in it did a pretty good job. So, to all the people hating it, I say you gotta watch it. Like, you gotta at least watch it.
Fuck. Give it a college try.
Yeah, so if you guys seen the trailer, it starts off fun, and then it gets interesting, and then it gets brutal.
I think I could purchase it on YouTube.
So you're telling me it starts fun, then it takes a dip, then a nosedive.
Reality kicks in. It's like, dude, you realize that these guys were just kids. They were kids when they started this whole fucking thing.
Because didn't Dead die like when he was like, what, 20?
21, I think.
I've always been a fan of kind of like dreary ending to movies. Mm-hmm. I saw the devil.
All the stuff that you like. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'll love that. Not so happy ending. You know.
Because it's real. I think what got to me is the fact that it was a real thing.
It's a real thing.
And then it's just like the whole thing of, they were supposed to just be a gimmick. One person thought it was a gimmick. The other person thought it was like, no, we should be complete. Mm-hmm. You know. He went to jail and got out, and still ended up doing music. And the other two guys are dead.
Jesus, man.
I
can't wait to watch it.
Yeah,
man.
you got to watch it. You definitely got to watch it. If you
want something to watch, Dana?
I'm game. I'll watch anything.
Go watch it.
You know me, man. I give everything a fair shot.
So
then I say if it's good or bad.
So here's the topic for this. This is how we end this podcast this time. Is a music biopic the new horror remake? Because holy shit, we've been getting hit.
There's a lot of them. Huh?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, because even beforehand, there's the Johnny Cash movie, the Ray movie.
Yeah, there's slowly building.
And each one, it's almost an automatic,
straight up,
that guy's gonna get an Oscar, or he's a contender.
Yeah. And then you had the ones that didn't make it as big as they wanted to, like the Biggie movie, the Pac movie.
Okay.
Straight Outta Compton did good.
Well, because the Biggie movie,
yeah,
complete horseshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we all know, it was all
the history.
It was all fugazi.
Yeah,
and the Tupac one, and everyone was just like, you know what? None of that happened.
Yeah. Straight Outta Compton just opened up that door.
Straight Outta Compton was that good mix of bullshit and truth. And I think they cared more about making a good movie, which is smart.
But no one's gonna question it, right?
And, I mean, I questioned the fuck out of it.
No, you're a smart guy, duh.
A lot of people did.
The mainstream's not gonna. The mainstream crowd,
most people that grew up around that era and listened to it were like, great movie, a lot of bullshit, but great movie. Go watch it. There's still a lot of truth in there. Go watch it. Okay. It has to be entertaining. It has to be a movie. Same thing with Lord of Chaos.
Because I want to say, for a biopic movie, around 70% of it has to be legit, and 30% could be bullshit. But if you give it's only 60% of it's legit. That's when people start questioning. But you give it the 70-30 ratio, they just take it as fact.
They're not gonna do the mundane Monday morning, getting my coffee and
All right, so what about this? Crew getting a movie now.
Cool.
Right? That's what I think. Why is everybody getting so pissed off about that?
I want to watch it.
I read most of the dirt.
Yeah,
I read most of the dirt. I'm like, when I saw it, I was like, you know what? If it's any as fun as half that book was when I read it, this should be fun. Obviously there's fucked up parts, when Vince Neil got that one dude killed, but
Vince Neil killed a guy.
Their story.
It was a car accident.
Their story should be a movie, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So who should get a movie
next?
Yes. Well, it's up to you. One band or artist, whatever.
AC/DC.
Wow.
AC/DC. You have Bon Scott. You have
tragic story.
The tragic.
The way it is now.
Angus's brother. Dying. How tragic. Dude, AC/DC needs one.
I think
they are the perfect band for one.
I mean, I think GNR would probably be one, but I think it'll get too boring around the Use Your Illusions era, where just nothing's happening, So maybe not.
Okay, because they're
Prince.
Oh shit!
I would totally dig an AC/DC because there's so much tragedy there.
Who would you give a movie to? Band-wise,
I would have to go with I'll probably go with a particular artist.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Brown.
That's wow.
Because I was thinking,
Whitney kind of.
Because you just do the Bobby Brown story. So you start with New Edition, go Bobby and Whitney. That's a train wreck.
They have documentaries and that kind of stuff where it's maybe they don't need a movie.
Fucking R. Kelly,
R. Kelly, dude.
Metallica doesn't need a movie. I don't think.
I don't think that.
No, because I think that documentary they did.
Some kind of monster.
Meatloaf had a movie. VH1.
Yeah, but when
Def Leppard had a movie.
Def
Leppard sucks.
We're talking about a mainstream kind of
who doesn't have one that should get one.
Should get one. Yeah, I think AC/DC.
I want the Ramones to get one because I know they did the. You ever see the CBGB's movie?
Yeah.
It's cool. And I was like, why couldn't we just get the whole movie about the Ramones? Not Rock and Roll High School, even though I would love to see a remake. But
Rick Randall, Rock and Roll.
But that would be cool to see a Ramones. I think a Ramones biopic would be pretty sweet.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I think I'd go for Ramones. I would say the Misfits, but that's just because I'm being greedy and I want my favorite band to have a movie. Who else? A G.G. Allen movie?
I think that people would just be like, "Oh, he shaved that guy's mouth."
No,
please.
No,
I'm down.
Oh,
please
take my money.
Please give me a G.G. Allen.
I want a G.G. Allen
play
movie.
him.
Fuck.
Galifianakis.
Gary Oldman.
Same guy who plays Sid.
That's a great fucking movie too.
Yeah, Sid Nancy was a crazy
Sid
movie.
Nancy? Fuck.
Who would play?
Zach Galifianakis.
Everybody's too good looking. You might be right. You might be onto something on that one.
You might be fucking, yeah.
Shit. I mean, he's getting up there, so they better make that movie quick.
In The Hangover, when he was balding, like
he did kind of have a
yeah, that's a good choice. Actually.
Who else could you have? But they'd probably give it to somebody that's more like Daniel Day-Lewis wins the Academy Award for portraying Gigi Allen.
It's like, hey, did you really blow a guy on stage? She's like, I don't want to talk about that.
I'm a method actor, aren't I? Nicolas Cage.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't know. You would have to find like I almost want somebody that's not known, but also I think I would have fun watching somebody who is known portraying somebody like that.
Sometimes an unknown actor kind of throws it, knocks it out of the park.
Yeah, that's true too. Like you can't get too famous; they'll throw you out. Like
they'll throw you off.
Yeah, they'll throw you off. But Gigi Allen would be definitely somebody. Prince. Let's see who else before our time runs out.
You know what's crazy? You know that Vice movie?
Which one?
About fuck, what was his name? Vice. God damn, why can't I think of his name?
Seen a band artist?
Christian Bale plays him.
Oh, Christian Bale. Dick Cheney.
Dick Cheney, yes.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't know it was fucking Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, dude.
Christian Bale as Gigi Allen?
Yeah, it could, yeah.
Yeah, why not, right? I mean, he still looks young.
Holy fuck, dude. I'm like, that's Christian Bale?
I want Gigi Allen to have a Boston accent. I think Mark Wahlberg should play him.
I just get on stage and...
I throw this fucking shit at everybody.
I'm shitting everywhere.
I'm fucking shitting everywhere. I got a new song.
It's so
called She Gives Blowjobs. It's a great song. Listen to it. She Gives Blowjobs.
You play the song and I'm gonna shit.
Oh, his new song.
Hey, Donnie, get over here. Just, no, my name's Steve in this movie. Donnie!
Just killed everybody, Donnie. Oh, man. Well, there you go, guys. Who do you think should get their own movie biopic? And let us know in the comment section. Subscribe, like, and comment as always. Instagrams, Twitter. And we'll come back with another Staticast.
Oh, give us a topic.
Yeah, give us a topic. Or some videos to watch, too. These two I've just been kind of playing with the last couple of weeks. I'm like, you know what? Let's have a discussion. So that's why I brought it. Strictly Discussion Podcast. Hopefully you guys dig it and listen to the whole way through. Podcast. That's what we like to do now. So, yeah, put on the comments. What do you guys want us to talk about? Topic, article, or send us an article, or send us a video, or whatever. And, yeah, we'll cover it for sure. And thank you guys for watching. Like I said, follow, notification bell, especially now. So, we'll catch you guys next time on Staticast. We'll see you later.
What more do